deuce range just like Tom Brady. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. I'm in the field like a panther, I done up the standards. Like Michael Vick in Atlanta when it's time to scramble. Neck full of water, call me Black Bridgewater. Lamar Jackson, how I throw them Ravens cross the border. Hold up, you know I'm a touchdown with the sack. Run up the hole like a running back on the play. Intercept the pack like a safety, you boys ain't shake play. That's a flag on the play. Let's go. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that.
It's time for the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are in a city that sure had its share of memorable playoff games in the past. Pittsburgh, PA at Heinz Field. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Tennessee Titans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Only a couple there. She'll be brought down about the 28.
Jerry Tillery on the stop. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Finney. And that's incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. A Shotgun handoff to Henry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down, Titans, gain of 12. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
To throw again. Finney. And right side, Henry's got it.
The pass.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the gun, Finney. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true to you, because there's times when you see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team's side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Take this all the way down to the Steelers' 10-yard line. It's a big run there by Henry. Give him 55 yards on the ground.
1st down, Tennessee.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. First look now for Darrison Evans. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
It's 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run here with Evans. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Finney. And that is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here from the right hash, and this one just a chip in. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Play fake here on first down. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Taking it about the 36. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be Titan football.
42-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Off play action. Finney. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Finney, he's going deep for Brown, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
That's taken on the 25. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Running from the gun with Henry. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Titans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is brought in at the... Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
And they give this time to the tailback. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Watch tight, tight ends right. Watch tight, tight ends right. Hey. 4 down. Watch twins. Watch twins.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to it and forcing a 3rd down.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin him back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
A good pickup there. 26 yards. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Finney. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
First down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on first down. Finney. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
Titans.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Down, Tennessee.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. This will be caught just inside the 10. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Titans have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
31 yards there and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Looking deep here for Ebron. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field.
He's brought down.
Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action. Finney, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Finney. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Open space inside the 10. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now this time he'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
2nd and 6. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Titans 17. Steelers.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now a handoff looking right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Harold Landry coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taking it about the 16. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field. Certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Finney. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode. Really try and put the hammer down.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. T.J. Watt. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save?
Yes.
That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Mike, 55. Check 55. Mike, you got nothing today. You got nothing.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
The pass.
No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
34-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They begin with Henry. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there out of the running game. 44 yards. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 1st and 10, Finney. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown. There to make the grab. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point attempt here still to come. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And nearly picked off.
Incomplete.
Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
5-yard line.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to do it with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
So that'll back him up 5. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
No, check that. We want Mike 52 right here.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. But at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. From the gun, Finney under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Operating from the gun, Finney. And the pressure gets to him again. Shaquille Barrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
55, Mike, 55. Hey, pick your game up. Mike, 55. Check, 55.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. A 1st down carry for Henry. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. The 40, 20, 10. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 81 yards. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 27. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Stephon officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Let's go, D.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. Fourth quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
He's to the 10, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
52's the mark, boys. 52.
They'll look to throw here. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Now, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Not much there, only a yard. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and given the first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
Looking to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Taken down back at the 12-yard line.
So their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? With the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. Way back then, you claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. How did you let it go miss? Her she was magic, she mixed it. Met her at one of the functions, we caught on the rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? With the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Need a light year just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me
me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How